Good morning, class. Today we are going to see the poem Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Firstly, I would like to give you the introduction of the poem that Robert Frost wrote this poem, Fire and Ice. This poem expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or fire. Both the components are compared with self destructing human emotions, hatred, and desire. Here, the poem very artistically underpins the philosophy that we let our emotions rule us, and if don't control them, they will surely destroy everything around us. Similarly, he thinks fire and ice both are just as competent in bringing the world to an end. It can bring the world to an end. So here we start from the first stanza. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Here the word desire. It means a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Favor. It means approval, support. So now here the first stanza, the poem expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or fire. One group is of the opinion that somebody or someday, there are two groups. So one group is of the opinion that someday the earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire, destroying the earth's surface. On the other hand, the second group says that if the temperature goes down, very down, to an extent that makes life on earth impossible. In both the condition, life is not possible, whether the temperature goes so high or so low. So, an extent that makes life on earth impossible. It would have the same effect. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotions, desire and hatred. He says that from what he is aware about fiery desires, he would favor the ones who say that it would be fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them, and the consequence of unemotional longings is chaos. In the next stanza, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of it to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Perish means die. Then, by not waiving off the first option of fire, he considers if the world has to expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. He brings about a contrast between ice and hatred. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has the potential of inner destruction. Though slow and steady, it has the same effect that desire has on us. So if we given an option between fire and ice, ice would be just as good as fire to destroy the world. So now it means mostly the central idea around which the entire poem revolves, and the whole poem revolves is that only love, equality, mutual understanding and sympathy for one and all can help in establishing peace on the earth. The poet mentions that both fire and ice can bring probable end to the world. The poet talks about how fire represents desire and can therefore be a cause of the end of the world. He also mentions ice as second issue to symbolize that the coldness and the indifference towards one another will also be enough to bring an end to this world. Too much fire and passion can quickly consume a relationship, while cold, indifference, and hate can be equally destructive. So that's all about this poem.